Welcome to season 1 of the Happy You, Happy Kids podcast. I'm Beverly Densham from Angelic Lifestyle, author, founder of the Happy Kids card, to bring you angel therapy plus sports science plus Bev magic to live happily ever after. I really look forward to bringing you tips, meditations for more happiness and inspiration, both for you, your mental health and your family, every single week, to help you with the toolbox to live happily ever after. A big welcome to today's Happy You, Happy Kids podcast. So today's topic is all about tips to successfully communicate with your child or children. This question's just come in from a parent, so thank you so much for this question. And it'll be really nice to cover this today. And I was just daydreaming today, and that was the inspiration behind today's meditation for you. It's a happy game meditation that you can play with your child or children as well. So I taught for a few years my Pilates and Happy Kids cards classes in primary schools here in the UK and the United Kingdom. And the most rewarding bit for me, in one school I taught every single pupil in the whole school. That was extremely rewarding. Every single age group from 4 years old to 11 years old. And the bit that was incredibly rewarding, I remember, it's just that the children are so engaged when I work with them with the Happy Kids cards. There's like 100% like engagement, whereas with the Pilates exercise bit, there wasn't always quite the 100% engagement. But the bit that was really beautiful with that was the meditation bit. I remember there was one little 5-year-old, and her mum always attended class 2 and joined in. And her little girl always fell asleep in the 5-minute relaxation meditation at the end. And there was sometimes, quite regularly actually, some laughter at the beginning of meditation relaxation. And I think a lot of people think that meditation and relaxation with children has to be perfect and everybody has to be quiet. But you have to remember that laughter and smiling helps you relax. And so there can be some really funny moments. So if you do end up doing any little relaxations and meditations with your child or children, rest assured that it can be quite normal to have some giggles and laughter, and everyone's like, everyone's closed their eyes, but then they open their eyes and have a little look at what everyone else is doing, and there might be some giggles and laughter. I think it's quite funny to start with, and I think that's actually a really good warm-up, a bit of laughter and smiling before going into the breathing bit. So I'm going to share this lovely brand new happy game meditation. Another week I'll share with you I made up a happiness game that you can play with the cards. I also teach these sorts of things to families in my sort of parent coaching side, and sometimes with my Happy You, Happy Kids, working with a child or children with their parent or carer as well, or with their parents. It varies. But you can also learn how to do this on the podcast too. Hooray! And then there's, the Happy Kids cards come with 10 fun ways of when and how to use the cards, but there's also an opportunity on there of creating your own way. So you're going to find children can be very creative with the cards. And honestly, it's just a lovely, beautiful journey. I mean, you just use them their whole childhood, and then I'll use them forever. I think they are amazing for all age groups, actually. But starting young is the key. So my tip for you to successfully communicate with the little ones, and just your child or children in general, primary school age, I'm not sure what you call that in different parts of the world. So primary school here in the UK is 4 to 11-year-olds, and little ones meaning younger than that, so nursery age. I have all ages from teeny tiny. Some parents are even reading the cards to their baby, and then the toddlers are starting to use them, obviously supervised. And when they're young, they need help with what the words are saying, or to read it to them and everything. So My top tip on this actually is to use the card daily. So to help with communication, make it like a normal, fun, lovely thing, a quality time that you do every day. So I highly, highly recommend bedtime. So bedtime being a wonderful time. It can be any time, but bedtime I think is a real kind of sanctuary of a time with a child or children. It's a time I always I think I've been using the card with my son since he was about 6 or 7, something like that. And every single bedtime, we'd pick a card, or the soft toy would pick a card. So how to use them to help with the communication, just make the effort to use them. It can even just be a few minutes. Give them a shuffle, fan the cards out and pick a card. You pick a card, well, they pick a card first, I think is nice. Your child or children pick a card first. Everybody has a turn, but everyone also has a turn to talk if they want to. Sometimes that's not needed, it can sometimes just be a laugh. Sometimes it can be too tired for that, and they're just going to absorb those lovely words. So, but a lot of the time it's a beautiful opportunity to talk about what it means to them. So I'm going to do a card for you and your child or children. Best card for the podcast today. I love to learn. What did I learn today? So the idea is that they'd read the card, or you'd read their card to them, and find out what their card means to them that day. So what does the card mean to you, or what did you learn today? This card is magic. This card is fantastic, especially after nursery or school. Sometimes after nursery, child or children can be overtired. But after school in particular, it's a fantastic question. Rather than saying, "Did you have a good day?" which I think we all do that. We all do that. But a really good question is, if you want to get a bit more nitty gritty and get more information and have more interaction and communication, if you use questions like this, what did you learn today? And then if you know what they've been up to, so for example, so they might have done an activity and you might not be at the activity. For example, it could have been, it could be anything from swimming to whatever, a hobby, activity, a club. It can be purely at school or nursery. They've done particular things, or, a subject, or what did you learn? Might know that they've done a favourite thing that day, and you can ask what they learn or do in that, and they'll share whatever they want to share. They will then share it with you, and it's lovely. I found it such an amazing question, but right through secondary school, actually. I mean, my son is 15 years old now, 16 next week. 16 years old next week, can't believe it. And but this is still, once you start using these tools, it actually infuses right through their childhood, and actually are brilliant questions for us as adults as well. So, I might have said to my son, "Oh, what did you, knowing psychology and sociology are his favourite subjects, or what did you learn in psychology today?" And sometimes it depends how much time you've got, if they're going to be very chatty as well. But it's fantastic. But bedtime, wonderful to say, "What did you learn today?" So, and for you listening, what does that mean to you today? What does that mean to you? And the idea is they have a turn, and then you have a turn. Your turn doesn't have to take as long, but it's nice. It's important for you to have a turn too, because you want to benefit from this as well. And it's about having, if you're doing the positive affirmation cards together, it's about two-way communication and conversation and deepening the relationship in a positive way. So card for you as well, but you can enjoy them both. Oh, I am fun. I love to do fun things. What does this mean to you today? And what fun have you had today or this week? Or what fun are you looking forward to? Or what fun are you going to have with your child or children? Or what fun have you previously had with your child or children? You can think about it. But the idea is, at bedtime, for example, you talk about it. Or what's been fun today? Or what fun things do you want us to do together? Like, for example, I've got a brand new fan that's just arrived. It's really hot in the UK at the moment. I just really enjoyed a little moment, little 5 minutes with my son. We were building the fan together. put some good music on. That was fun. It was a fun little 5 minutes, you know. It was a lovely communication and interaction. And that was actually, you know, 5 minutes of you know, kind of fun. And he was bouncing on, I have my mindfulness Pilates studio just over here. And I've got a big pink Pilates bouncy ball there, and he often sits and bounces on it. We had the music on, he's bouncing, and we had a few laughs and nice communication and chat. So these sorts of things, you know, very simple, a lot of them, but they bring up fantastic communication. So I'd love to hear how you get on with that. Love to hear back. That would be amazing. We're going to today, so yeah, have a go at picking a card every bedtime, because then it helps you during the good times, the challenging times, and the stressful times in life. I'm also helping more and more parents that have been through divorce and major stress and things like that. And at the end of the day, we all want both you and the child or children to be happy and have more tools. And children love it because they're empowered. It's an activity. It's always enjoyable. Sometimes it brings up circumstances where, you know, somebody might need more help. For example, a grandparent bought my cards once because the child had lost one of their parents had passed away. And on those times, you know, sometimes it can bring up emotions and, you know, flag up that, you know, that child needs some support, and that child then, for their extreme grief that they were going through, then they got some counselling help, you know, and that came about actually through the use of the cards and the communication. It allowed them to be able to communicate that, which is so important, so important. And for all you shy, sensitive parents, or those of you who've got shy, sensitive children, it's not something they know how to do. You know, it's not natural. It's not a natural skill to be able to communicate how they feel, to express themselves. So this, if they can do it in a really simple way about something they learned today and something they found fun this week or today, or something fun they want to do or do with you, great. You know, they might want to bring the soft toys always with these if they're younger, and that's fun, you know, so it can become a whole activity. And in some of my coaching work with families, you know, they've loved always bring pens and colouring pens and colouring pencils and paper and, you know, pencils along, and a chance they can also draw about what the message means to them as well. They can draw the balloon, and they can draw a picture of, you know, depending on what age they are. It's just really, there's so many ways you can communicate with this, but which we'll delve into that another week for you. Okay, so going to show you and talk about next briefly how to do the happy game meditation with your child or children. You can play it with yourself as well, actually. So before we actually go into it and join in with some lovely relaxing music. So how to do the happy game meditation. Basically, with your child or children, you say to them, choose a number between 1 and 5. And then what you do is you all join in together, and then you close your eyes, sitting or lying down, however you like. Can be standing, but sitting or lying down is nicest. And then you close your eyes, and then so if they say number 3, you then do the happy game meditation for 3 breaths in and out. You close your eyes, and then you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and again, and relax. And 3 times. Now, it might turn into a laughter, funny meditation. It depends what mood you're all in, or it might be just a really quiet, calm moment for those 3 breaths. So on today's happy game meditation, what number should we go for between 1 and 5? I'm feeling let's go for 5. We're going to go for a big 5 today. So I really hope you enjoy this. Enjoy. So welcome to the happy game meditation. In the happy game meditation, when you're doing it for you and with a child or children, you can say, what number would you like to choose between 1 and 5? And then whatever number you choose, you close your eyes and take a relaxing breath in for either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 breaths in and out. For today, we're going to go for number 5. I'm going to go for the big number 5. So sitting or lying down comfortably, close your eyes and soft toys can join in too if they like. Eyes closed and relaxed. Welcome to the Happy Game meditation. Breathing and relaxing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Relaxing more and more on each out breath. Breathe and relax. Relax your tummy. And relaxing in mind and body. Any thoughts in your mind, allow them to float on by like clouds in the sky. Breathe and relax. In through your nose, out through your mouth, relax. 2 more, breathe and relax. Concentrating on your breathing. If your mind wanders off, just go back to concentrating on your breath. 1 more time, breathe and relax. And very well done. And then when you're ready, just slowly coming out of your number 5 Happy Game meditation. Really hope you enjoyed that today. Lots and lots of love. How did you enjoy the Happy Game meditation? I know that might have been the shortest meditation ever so far on the podcast. You could have chosen 1. It doesn't matter whether it's 1 breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, but everybody has the ability to concentrate for that long. And whether you laughed or they laughed or you all laughed and giggled together, or whether you all went into just some really calm time out. You know, sometimes we need time out on our own. Sometimes it's lovely to see the time out of relaxation in a positive way, that is, you know, together. If you ask a child or children, you know, to get interactive in a game way like that, it can, and it's their choice if they join in with it. It absolutely is self-empowering and it builds their toolbox. And I had one of the primary school teachers who's using the Happy Kids cards here in the UK in school. She said she really noticed more calm, her classroom became more calm when using the cards, but also more enthusiasm and more engagement and more concentration. And it's a little bit like they're like something that everybody's looking forward to, receiving a message or doing a card of that day, which is really, really lovely. So I hope you enjoyed that today. If you have a question that you'd like to submit to the podcast for me to talk about, obviously I'd love to hear from you. You can always email, or you can always send a message on social media. Beverly_Densham Instagram, Beverly Densham Facebook and LinkedIn. Otherwise, email me or pop over to the website. If you'd like to submit a question that might help you, your family, or perhaps you work with children too and families, love to hear that. And I will include as many of the questions as possible in the podcast. And some weeks we'll have multiple questions. Because why not? Why not? Anyway, I hope you're all okay in the heat this week. If it's very, very hot with you, have a beautiful week. And please report. I'd love hearing how you get on with the cards. I did have a beautiful message in this week from a parent who has a 6-year-old. And they said they did the trick. They're having behavioural and some issues and challenges going on at the moment, but things are shifting and changing positively since using the cards, and that they said that they did the trick. So I think they're grabbing them out of the back pocket as a tool to help now, which is amazing. Have a beautiful day. Lots of love. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Happy You, Happy Kids podcast. Please rate and review on your podcast platform. You can get your Happy Kids card on my website, and you can also book your one-to-one angelic lifestyle coaching for Happy You, Happy Kids at beverlydensham.com.